Good morning, all of you. So, today we are continuing the second part of the story, My Childhood by APJ Abdul Kalam. So, last part we have discussed the story of Abdul Kalam, and we stopped there when a new teacher came and he asked Abdul Kalam to change his place near from front row. He asked him to go and sit back bench. Then Ramdas Shastri's father called the teacher and asked him not to spread such type of things in the minds of the children and asked him to apologize. So that we have stopped. So we are checking the next one. So eighth one. On the whole, the small society of Rameshwaram was very rigid in terms of the segregation of different social groups. So what is that meaning? Rigid. Small society of Rameshwaram. It was very rigid in terms of the segregation of different social groups. So even though they are different in groups, if A means a caste is there in one group, B caste in another group, like that, it's there. Casteism was there. However, my science teacher Shivasubrahmanya Iyer, though an orthodox Brahmin with a very conservative wife, was something of a rebel. So his science teacher, he was from Orthodox Brahmin family, but he was something rebel. He doesn't like such a type of casteism there. He did his best to break social barriers so that people from varying backgrounds could mingle easily. So Subramanya Iyer, he belongs to an Orthodox family and he has a conservative wife. That is, his wife always think about the caste. But Subramanya Iyer, he was something like a rebel. Also, what he did there, he easily mingled with each other. He liked to mingle with each other, and he couldn't. Okay, he doesn't like that social barriers. He want to break their social barriers, so he could mingle easily with the others. He used to spend hours with me and would say, "Kalam, I want you to develop so that you are on par with the highly educated people of the big cities." So always he'll talk with Kalam and he said to Kalam, I want you to develop so that you can compete with the highly educated people of the big cities. So you want to study more, you want to develop, you want to learn more things. You should possess more knowledge. Then you can compete with the educated people from other cities. One day he invited me to his home for a meal. His wife was horrified at the idea of a Muslim boy being invited to dine in her ritually pure kitchen. So one day he invited him to have a meal at his home. But his wife, Shiva Subramania's wife, didn't like that. She thought, how can I invite a Muslim boy to the ritually pure kitchen? So it's like what is a ritual kept to protect from all outside influences for the observance of the religion. So religious kitchen. So she doesn't like that process. But Shiva Subramanya Iyer was not disturbed. Nor did he get angry with his wife, but instead served me with his own hands. So what happened there? His own hands and sat down beside me to eat his meal. Shiva Subramanya Iyer, he didn't disturb from that and he sit with him and served food for him with his own hands and sat down beside him to eat his meal. His wife watched us from behind the kitchen door. His wife was watching them. I wondered whether she had observed any difference in the way I ate rice, drank water, or cleaned the floor after the meal. So he's saying that when I don't know whether she see any difference the way I ate and Shiva Subramanya Iyer ate. So there was everyone eating the same way. So he's showing that one. When he was leaving his house, Shiva Subramanya Iyer invited me to join him for dinner again the next weekend. So when he was leaving, his teacher Shiva Subramanya Iyer already again invited him to join the dinner again the next weekend. Observing my hesitation, doubtful, he told me not to get upset, saying, once you decide to change the system, such problems have to be confronted. Confronted means faced. So next weekend he asked him to come to have the dinner, but he was doubtful there. Then he said, once you decide to change the system, such problems have to confront. You have to face such type of problems. When I visited his house the next week, Shivasubramanya Iyer's wife took me inside her kitchen and served me food with her own hands. Second time, look there, in that picture you can see. Next time when he reached there, Shivasubramanya Iyer's wife took him to the kitchen and served food to him with her own hands. She itself served the food. Then the Second World War was over and India's freedom was imminent. Imminent means it's coming very soon, coming soon. Indians will build their own India, declared Gandhiji. The whole country was filled with an unprecedented optimism. Unprecedented means something that didn't come earlier. Then I asked my father for permission. Optimism, hoping for something good will happen. Optimism. I asked my father for permission to leave Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. So World War ended. Gandhi declared we will build new India, and everyone have that new optimism. And our APJ Abdul Kalam asked his father to asked him permission to leave the place, and he want to study at the district headquarters at Ramanathapuram for higher studies. He told me as if thinking aloud, Abul, I know you have to go away to grow. Does the seagull not fly across the sun alone and without a nest? So he told, by thinking aloud, he said, Abul, I know that you have to go away to grow. I know that you wanted to go away to grow. You want to study more. Does the seagull not fly across the sun alone and without a nest? He's asking. Seagull. Seagull is a bird which lives near the water bodies. So does the seagull not fly? Seagulls will always fly across the sea and come back without a nest. Okay. Then he quoted Galil Gibran to my assistant mother. What said? He quoted Galil Gibran's lines for his mother. What he said? Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of the life itself, life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. They have come from you, but it is not, that means not from you. That means life chose you for giving birth for them. And they come through you but not from you. You may give them your love but not your thoughts. You can love them, you can give them your love, but you don't give your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. They should have their own thoughts. So your children are yours, but you can't say them what you must become. Your children is yours, but you should not say them you should become like this. They have their own life. They should learn more things from their life. So that's all for here, and we are winding up our class here now. Thank you.